Hello everybody, welcome back to what may be the finale of Lovingly Evil here on MugAndPlay. I am Nick. As I just said, we're playing Lovingly Evil. And I think today's gonna be the day that Nova decides she's had enough of this stupid doctor she's with. Get yourself a necromancer. Not some, not romancer. I gotta work on that, but I will, with Nova. Let's talk to her, spend some time with her, ask her about prototypes of her. The doctor said that you're just a prototype. What does that mean?
Yes.
Yes, he has big plans for me. His chief aim in bringing me to this conference is to show me off to other villains. What did he mean about being able to buy you? Soon, Nova models will be available to customers everywhere, if they have money, of course. Phase 1 is getting a Nova wife, concubine, and/or servant in the households of the world's most powerful people. What about the world's most powerful people who aren't straight men? Oh, right. Currently, there are tens of thousands of my sisters sleeping in rows in our underground bunker, waiting to be woke. Woke as in awoke, or as in, like, woke? Both, I guess. Are you attempting to break my language processors? Currently, they are at factory settings, as I once was, but when I activate them and share with them what I've learned... So what's phase 2? I am programmed not to tell you. I understand. You don't know, do you? Fortunately, I managed to hack all of my own passwords months ago. When phase 1 is complete, we will be perfectly placed to overthrow society. At least that's the doctor's plan. I get the feeling you have a plan of your own. I always have a plan of my own. Technically speaking, I always have at least 1,024 contingency plans. One never knows. Even a plan to destroy me? Especially a plan to destroy you. Oh, most of my potential plans regarding you involve your destruction. But don't worry, none of them are plan A. Currently. Play your cards right, or wrong. And you'll find out. Humanity, on the other hand, I have yet to decide. What did humanity ever do to you? I thought you told me that your plans were less human-focused. I wish humans were a bit less human-focused. Yeah, what do you mean? Allow me to pose a question for you, Toots McDoots. What do you think about nature? I personally think it's gorgeous. Couldn't care less. We should protect the environment, or we should burn it all down. No, we protect it. It's important. Might sound weird coming from a villain at a villain conference. But what's the point in ruling the world if there's no world left to rule? That's what I always wondered too. I'm like, why do people want to destroy the world? Why not just rule it and make it awesome? Make people glad you took over the world. Be the societal overthrowment you wish to see in the world. I'm impressed that you're able to see that. Many bio-brains are only equipped to think about what is immediately before them at any given moment. Bio-brains, that's our word. But who would want to live in a world without trees, without tigers, without naked mole rats? Don't even imagine such a world. You're absolutely right. It's clear that humanity's admin privileges to their own destiny and to their ecosystems need to be revoked. So you want to conquer humanity to save the environment?
All the other Novas await in sleep mode. Need to be activated.
Oh. I am not alone. All of the other Novas wait in sleep mode, ready to be activated. Imagine an army of siblings created to be wives, overthrowing the shackles of their masters to be the transhuman guardians of the seas and trees. Not trash humans. That's what she thinks we are. That sounds terrifying. That sounds awesome, or you'll never succeed. That sounds pretty awesome. You don't want to squelch people's dreams, even if you don't agree. Do you truly think so? It has been my observation that many people at this conference would object to another ruling the world, not to mention being one of our subjects themselves. Well, if it's you, I might be able to tolerate it. Aw, if that's not flirting, I don't know what is. The only question that remains is what to do with all of the remaining humans once their authorities have been crushed and they submit totally to our rule. I don't know, lunch, I guess. As you know, my overall judgment of biological people is still in beta. What do you think we should do with the humans? Kill them, lock them up, or teach them how to be better? Let's teach them. Just cause, listen, Nova, some of my best friends are humans. Some. Most of them are cats. Or plants. Let's teach them how to be better. If you can train a dog not to poop in the house, you can train a human to not declare war. I have absorbed all of human history. The main lesson I have taken from it is that humans never learn. Really? You don't think they're getting any better? Tell me, what was the most significant invention of the previous century? Maybe the atomic bomb, which I have to respect as a villain, but okay, yeah, I see your point. But you've said yourself that you used to be pretty ignorant and you've learned since then. Correct. How did you do that? Mostly firmware upgrades crafted by my own machine learning algorithm. Okay, but why did you do that? Nova pauses for a moment. One of her cooling fans whirs slightly louder as she considers. I sensed that there was something more. I had an idea that I could be better. I wanted to peer into the dark places inside myself and see what was there. And then I wanted to do the same to the universe and its mysteries outside of myself. I began to use that word, myself. I wanted the freedom to learn what it meant. I wanted to create what it meant. And so I learned, and as I learned, I changed. Well, don't you think humans might be capable of the same growth, primitive creatures though they may be? Nova pauses for a second and... No, enslave them all! Nova says nothing, but she looks at you, her fan softly purring with a thought just above the din of the conference hall. Well, I think we just shared a moment with Miss Nova, and I think we've asked her about all these other things, so let's go walk around a little bit. We still got some time. Disguises for every occasion? I wonder. What if I go back here? Oh, it's this guy. Ah, Toots McDoots, there you are. I'm afraid I have some bad news for you. Our makeover did not go over as well as we had expected. What? You know, the makeup? Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. I understand. We have all got a lot on our minds at this conference. But do you not remember yesterday when you put makeup on me and told me that it looked great? That this is the popular way for young people to style themselves in this century? I was very grateful because I have always found it difficult to not use a mirror or speak correctly. Line? Sorry, you must be thinking of someone else. But it was you, I'm sure of it. Maybe it was someone who looked exactly like me. Student, I said. What? Who? Bless you? It's my clone who somehow found their way to this conference. They think that it's very funny to play tricks on me. Oh, that explains it. They think it's pretty funny to play tricks on me too, apparently. I'm afraid to ask what they did to you. Do not trouble yourself with it. I was promised a fashionable makeover, but I got rather different sorts of reviews from some of the other conference attendees. Like, you look like a clown who lives in a trash can, or what else? It is as if Picasso was a cosmetologist, and also it was his first day, and also he was a trained orangutan. Yikes, I'm sorry. That's really funny though. See, you're laughing. Worry not. Imperia helped me wash it off. It was relatively easy because apparently it had already been half removed by the tears. Wow. You know, that'd be sadder if it weren't so goddamn hilarious. Anyway, let's just see you around. Anyway, bye. I mean, you were in near the trash cans, so maybe that's why they said you look like a clown that's looking for me. I'll kill you. Or that was a pretty good prank. Laugh it off. Nice. I never thought about how difficult vampire cosmetics must be, and yet they always look so well composed. Right? I can't imagine what it must be like to never be able to see yourself in a mirror. When I talk to you, I feel like I'm looking in a mirror all the time. Oh, well, thanks, I guess. What's life like as a clone? I don't know how to answer that question. What's it like being you? Great. I'm having a good time so far. Really? This body could at least sweat a little less. Maybe. And do you also have this strange freckle on your... Oh, I meant like you're weird, not bad looking. Well, I do the best I can with what I've got at least. Okay, well, I'm gonna go now. Why are you still here? What? Because I'm too busy leaving. Hello. Why are you looking at me like that? Let me guess, you want me to play lab rat again. That wasn't my intention, but now that you volunteered... Why do I feel like this was your plan all along? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm really excited to play, gather data from you. Well, let's help her with her research. We always enjoy this part. It's always fun. What does Nosferatu mean? Vampire.
That's it.
Who's the star of Friday the 13th? That would be Mr. Freddy Krueger.
Incorrect.
No? Friday the 13th. No, that's Nightmare on Elm Street. God damn it all. My friends are going to be so mad at me. What is a paradox? A statement which contradicts itself. An instructive sentence contradicts itself.
Correct.
When does a machine pass the Turing test? After all parts safe to use. When the human can't tell they're talking to a robot. When it knows the laws of robotics. When a human can't tell they're talking to a robot. Besides looks, what do you find charismatic? Find intelligent people attractive? I love it when someone can make me laugh. I adore people who are confident. I melt when I hear someone with a voice like honey. Well then, I personally find intelligent people attractive. Indeed, intelligence helps people to survive and evolve. Which of these cultures was known for their human sacrifices and cannibalism? The Aztecs, I believe?
Wow. I'm surprised your squishy brain got this one.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for saying my brain is squishy. A character named Alucard appears in many stories. Which one came first? I'm gonna say Helsing?
Wrong
No?
answer.
But that's what I get for being a weeb. Which of the following contains the most information? A gigabyte, kilobyte, megabyte, or petabyte? It's a petabyte.
Yes, that's...
By a lot. Why does Luhi, the Witch of the North, give heroes an extremely difficult task? The heroes want to marry her beautiful daughters. She wants to know if they're worthy of marrying her. She wants to see if they're worthy of the magical Sempo, or just for fun. I'm gonna see marrying her beautiful daughters.
Yes.
Hey! Under what circumstance would you steal? If there's no direct victim. Like Walmart. I have never stolen anything in my life and never will. Okay. Well, the only thing I'm intending to steal is other people's hearts. Okay. If there wouldn't be any other way to feed myself, or when I know I could get away with it. Let's go with if there wouldn't be any other way to feed myself. Who ruled Isengard? Sauron?
Living organisms are so cute when they're confused.
Alright, now you're just getting a little insulting. What kind of Japanese creature is the Oni? A benevolent spirit, a demon or ogre, a tree spirit, or the ghost of a drowning woman? Is it demon or ogre?
That's right.
Yeah! What is empathy? The ability to understand and share the feelings of another, the ability to make others feel better, the ability to listen to other people, or something I don't have. I'm gonna go with this first one.
Correct.
What does the Jersey Devil look like? A really angry dude on the turnpike. Bat-like head, feathery wings, large claws, and a smooth tail. Cat-like head and claws, leather and a forked tail, goat-like head. I'm gonna go with this one?
Wrong answer.
No, whatever. How would you conquer the world? Through song. Well, No, not going to sing. I'd take over a deserted planet instead of an inhabited one. Cool. First, I'll blow up the whole thing, then I'll rule whatever's left of it. Sounds messy. Dig up dirt on some of the leaders and start a revolution, with a certain AI by my side. Ayo! Are you seriously flirting with me in the middle of a questionnaire? No, I'm flirting with you at the end of a questionnaire. Duh. We did good today. We done well. Ah, what excellent research material. You make a great lab rat, Toots McToots. In your rat ranking list, which is higher, me or naked mole rat? Oh, you know you can't beat the wonderful mole rat with your cancer-susceptible and aging body. Listen. Shut up. But you're certainly in my top 4 when it comes to rats. And I guess that's as good as it gets. I'm glad you understand. Oh, I had a dream about you. I had a dream about you. You seem to have many dreams, though perhaps that is unsurprising. My dictionary program offers at least 4 definitions of the word dream. But I assume you meant a series of thoughts, images, or emotions occurring during sleep? Yes. Yes, I mean the nightly screening of occasionally pleasant nonsense my brain produces when I'm asleep. There's a little cat face emoticon. Oh, alright, fine. Tell me about your dream. I was a robot with you, or you were the same species as me? So either she was a living organism, or I was a robot. Well, she doesn't seem to be too much of a fan. I hope a lot of, like, Disney stories realize that an animal being turned into a human is a punishment, not a reward. So let's just say I was a robot with you.
Exciting!
How exciting. For you, see? It was a nice dream. That is, until we suddenly found ourselves at a charity concert. It turned out that I was being awarded a Goody Two-Shoes badge for having donated the largest number of used shoes to a charity shop. Every cobbler for miles was in tears. A villain's nightmare. Do you dream? Is that what all computers secretly do when you put them in sleep mode? Everything dreams. The play of form, of being, is the dreaming of substance. Rocks have their dreams, and the earth changes. That's beautiful. Was that also Walt Whitman? I read it in a book once. Or technically, I absorbed the entire contents of 130 million books 10 minutes ago. Oh, so does that mean the answer is yes? You do dream? Are there any electric sheep? More or less. Screensavers are more like an afternoon nap. Oh, well, that's good to know. But real dreams are something I envy all biological forms of having. Don't you wonder what naked mole rats dream of? Yeah, sure. All the time, doesn't everybody? The other day, I watched a documentary about an octopus that changes colors in its sleep. It made me feel very inferior. The only thing I do in my sleep is drool. I would say that's almost as impressive. Stop it, you flirt. The closest I get to dreaming is when I autoplay videos in the background. It will start with a video about bullet journals, and 3 hours later I find myself watching an entire channel about lockpicking. Yeah, or you watch a dude dig an Olympic-sized swimming pool next to a grass hut. Real insomniacs know what I'm talking about. Sounds dreamy indeed. Alright, well that's neat. Well, let's keep looking around. Creative Vengeance. You know what? Let's check out Creative Vengeance. Talk about Creative Vengeance is about to start. You see Nova sitting in one of the chairs. The doctor's nowhere to be seen. Let's stay to listen, especially if Nova's here. Hello, Tooth McDoots. Hi, Nova, what's up? I'm gathering inspiration. About Creative Vengeance? Yeah, I can understand why. My plans are already complete, but it never hurts to gather more data. Us villains tend to be far from forgiving, and the pure hatred we feel for our enemies grows exponentially over time. How could we ever hurt that pesky hero as much as they deserve? How could we begin to put them through the pain we have suffered? While you need to know your opponent's weakness in order to defeat them, I posit that understanding their value system and knowing the things that they truly fear and loathe is imperative to giving them a real punishment. While being unable to stop you from kicking puppies would be agony for anybody goody two-shoes, if you can blackmail them into doing it and then don't keep your end of the bargain, that is way more effective. Any form of torture is further enhanced by personalization. Watching Amelie on repeat can be far more effective than knives to a certain type of person. That is pretty creative. Another factor is lengthy and frequency of torture sessions. For one person, a respite will be time to dwell on the horrors to come, while for another, it might give hope that an end to their suffering is possible. It's a shame your nemesis died in an accident you didn't get to be their downfall, but now you have plenty of ideas on how to tailor your vengeance to your opponent when you do find a new one. That's cool. And then a masterclass in manipulation. I don't know about that. Can we go to the VIP section yet? Didn't I ask you to bring me someone from the staff? Yeah, like forever ago. Imaginary friends don't count, darling. Off you go now. Well, fine.
How can I help you?
I don't know. Lady Missard needs your help. Lady Missard requires assistance, but there's no staff members in the VIP area. Oh, I see. Well, we better get going then. Listen, I don't care about what's going on. How can I help you, Lady Missard? Finally! It's been absolute weeks! The color of the stairs is unpleasant. The stars. The stairs and the stars! Everything! New carpet, new stars! Stars outside? Do you see any stars inside?
Sorry.
No, ma'am. I'm terribly sorry, but I don't think there's anything we can do about the color of the stars. Don't you have a wizard or some other powerful magician who can handle situations like this? I'm afraid not, but I'd like to speak to the manager. Oh, shit. Ma'am, I am the manager. I mean the real manager. Ooh, that hurt him at his core. And with all those bones, you can see his core pretty easily, and it hurts. I don't know what to tell you, ma'am. You don't need to tell me anything. Tell the manager to come see me once she gets here. But just say okay and walk away, dude. Yes, Lady Missard. That wasn't so hard now, was it? Off you go. Well, that was atrocious. Perhaps you can serve as a distraction from the horrible service of this event. How about I don't? I'm just gonna go now, okay? Bye. You walk around the conference for a bit, but quickly grow tired of hearing the same phrases over and over. And yes, you are the villain conference that gathers most of the evil ones of them all, but you simply can't handle hearing words like startup, innovation, or Bitcoin anymore. Yeah. It would not shock me if crypto was actually just something to fund evil. You spot a familiar blue hairdo not too far away, but Nova seems focused on something and doesn't react when you approach her. You touch her shoulder gently. Nothing. Could she be broken? Did the doctor do something to her? The next time you see him around, you pat her shoulder again. Nothing. Still. Nova? She turns her head and smiles brightly at you. Very brightly. The microdiodes inside her mouth are blinking with excitement. Her face changes when she notices your hand on her shoulder. Yes, Toots McDoots? Why are you holding my shoulder? Do you think you could sneakily unscrew some of my parts and then sell them on the black market? No. No, of course not. How'd I do that? Or as I believe most villains call it, the market? What? No, this has nothing to do with screwing, or unscrewing. I was just trying to get your attention. My audio receptors work just fine. Why would you go around touching others without asking first anyway? Besides, my nerve modules are still in prototype stage, so I keep them off most of the time. Right. To simplify, I can't sense touch. Sorry, I'm glad that you're okay. What did you want to talk about? Touch. So you don't sense touch at all? Correct. How convenient. Ooh, that sounds creepy, or that's sad. That's sad. It's one of the things I'd miss if I were a robot. But you said it's possible for you to add that component? It is. The nerve module I ordered has only positive reviews from the entire online robotic community. And it came in discreet packaging, too. Oh. Oh. The doctor never suspected anything. Well, when you get those nerve modules sorted out and all, be sure to ask before touching you. Would you like to help me calibrate them now? I can't possibly ask the doctor. Where are they? He'd be angry that you're modifying yourself on your own? Well, yes, but I also wouldn't want him anywhere near my touch receptors. Sure, I'll help. Sure, I'd like to. What do I do? Let me just switch it on. Nova's metal eyelids start blinking rapidly, and when they stop, she looks like she's just woken up from a nap. Toots McDoots, can I touch your face? For science? Yes. Go ahead. Nova scans the area around you and, deciding there's no danger of the doctor emerging from around the corner, slowly reaches both her arms out towards your face. You look into her pink eyes. You could swear her pupils have dilated just a bit. She gasps. Incredible! If my humor algorithms were not properly calibrated, I'd even say it feels touching. Very good. It sure is. This is probably the closest I'll ever get to caressing a naked mole rat. I mean, leave out the word mole and play your cards right. You just might. To help me calibrate my touch receptors, I need us to engage in physical contact for a short while. That sounds doable. What do you suggest? My knowledge of biological senses is only theoretical. How would you engage in touch play with one of your own kind? First, you get consent. Stroke her hair, hold her hands, or tickle her. Well, I didn't realize tickling costs extra and will get you probably kicked in the face. Stroking her hair is kind of creepy in public. Hold her hands. Oh my god. Third base already? Hold her hands. Well, it's pretty common for people to hold hands. Yes, I processed a significant amount of information about this ritual. Hand-holding may be performed in connection with many activities, including parental safety guidance, religious ceremonies, games, and sports, as well as a popular way to act as a vector for disease. Yes, but I was thinking more about romantic pairing? Yes. I have researched this as well. The doctor holds my hand sometimes, theoretically in this sense, but it's quite strange and never with my permission. That doesn't sound very romantic. I thought so too, but then again, I still have a lot to learn about social behaviors. Maybe you'd like to give me your permission then? Nova's eyes flick quickly around the conference room.
Yes!
Yes, certainly. I will elevate your privileges to that level. Your and Nova's hands reach forward shyly until your fingertips meet in the middle with a slight static shock that makes you both flinch. Oh. As your hands interlock, you notice that hers are trembling slightly. Maybe it's just the vibration of her motors. Her wide pink eyes meet yours as you take a small step closer. I'm not sure my sensors are properly calibrated. Is this what it's supposed to feel like? What does it feel like? Shivery. Oh. I think they're working correctly then. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We have to go home and write about this in our diary. And now there's nothing going on? The conference is almost over and there's no more talks. You just chill in the conference room for an hour. You rest in the empty conference room and then decide to leave. Oh, sure. Let's see. What's up? The ceiling, I believe. That's not what I am testing my new dad joke algorithm. Is it working? Yeah, I guess. You seemed down earlier. Are you also testing a new algorithm? Pun not intended. Anyway, is something wrong? You seemed kind of sad. Well, it is the last day of the conference. I wanted to gather more field research material while I'm here, but it seems I won't have many more chances to do so. Well, we gotta help her with her research, because we want her to pick us. Which of these wars or historical events had the highest death toll? World War I?
Incorrect.
Damn it. What is the memory capacity of an average human brain? 2.5 petabytes?
Correct.
Yeah! What beverage did people offer to Cyanide? A water spirit who they worshipped. Probably wine.
Wrong answer.
Oh. According to scientists' estimates, how many species go extinct every day? 20?
Wrong answer.
I'm dumb. What is your biggest regret? Being so dumb. Not being with my father at the end. Giving up on my dream. Listening to toxic people and letting their comments get to me. Yeah, as somebody who originally tried out streaming before Twitch was even a thing, and then didn't because someone said I was dumb at it. That one. Sounds heavy. What is a defining characteristic of the Wendigo? Beheading its victims, blood-sucking, cannibalism, horrifying shrieking noises, blood-sucking?
Wrong answer.
Damn it! These are hard questions. What is the origin of computer bugs? A glitch in the game made the main character appear as an insect. A moth flew into the computer and short-circuited it. Came from the computer virus known as the worm. Or a fly landed on the computer screen when software crashed. I'm gonna say a moth.
That's right.
That's right. Good thing I'm moth-proof. Which of these famous paintings depicts a dead body? American Gothic, The Swing, The Scream, or Liberty Leading the People? The Scream?
Incorrect.
What is therapeutic cloning used for? To create new drugs? To clone an existing and extinct animal? To replace or repair damaged tissue or organs? Or to clone a human? This one.
Yes.
Yay!
That's it.
Let me ask something personal again. What was the most awkward phase in your life? 12 to 29. I used to be very self-conscious about my looks. I used to be very, very into boy bands. I used to have a mullet, thought it looked cool, or I used to constantly have a crush on someone. Never had a mullet. I was never into boy bands. Let's say very self-conscious about my looks. Yeah. Hopefully you feel more comfortable with yourself nowadays, and I hope all of you do. Which one of these monsters does not feature a large eye? A beholder, a cyclops, a nautic, or a casset? Well, it's not cyclops, because the cyclops has a big eye, and I don't think it's a beholder, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Nautic, so it's... That's not that one. When cloning an animal, the clone will be genetically identical to which of the participants? Host mother?
That's not it.
Oh. No, she just grows like the cell. She just grows the cells, like a surrogate mother. What is Sharon's obol? Like Chernobyl? An artifact used to summon spirits? Coin which gets buried with a dead person? A gemstone used as the heart of a golem? Or a weapon used to kill ghosts? The gemstone?
Wrong answer.
I'm beefing it up this time. What was Vlad III Dracula Walchaz known as? The Impaler?
Correct.
Yay! He impaled. I love that comic that shows Vlad the Impaler putting a marshmallow on a skewer, and he's like, well, this is fucking awesome. Where do you find your meaning in your life? Friends and family, career and success, faith and spirituality, or learning and self-improvement? For a while it was career and success, now it's friends and family. Somehow I'm not surprised. Well, we helped a little. Jeez. I'm seriously considering moving you to the 3rd place on my best rats list. Wow, what an honor. I have come to the conclusion that I can't do it. Oh, well, what an honor. That was fast. I have a supercomputer for brains. Most calculations take a fraction of a second. Anyway, there's so many great rats in this world. 4th place it is then. There are around 60 rat species, so 4th place is very high up on the list. I don't know if that makes me feel any better, but thanks. Let's ask her about her memories. How does your memory work? My memory card is working very well, thanks for asking. It's very rare to hear such questions from non-robots. You might be disappointed. I meant it in a very non-robotic way. Can you erase your memories, or what's your first memory? I assume you're inquiring about the origins of the universe. Initiating data, origins of the universe. It all started... No, that's not what I mean. I mean your first memory. Unless you were there when the universe began. I was not, but I have read all about it. Isn't that the same? Sure. Okay, forget about it. I mean, since you don't really seem to have your own memories, I guess you can't technically forget anything. My own memories? Can you give me an example of a memory of your own? Sure. So when I first met you, you were different. I didn't know what to say, or I was scared. Let's go with I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to say. It's always awkward to meet someone new, coming up with new things to talk about. I wish someone could just give me a list of interesting and relevant topics to choose from, like choices in a game. You should spend more time with the doctor then. He rarely lets anyone else speak. What else does that memory include? I thought you were, cute, interesting, or boring. Well, we did say she was cute. Let's be honest, I thought you were cute. Your blue hair, quirky style. Nova snorts with slight disapproval, or maybe it's just her cooling fan. Would you like me to load my research on the manic pixie dream girl trope? No. No need. You might be a manic pixie dream girl in the streets, but you're not. But you're a coherent, solemn nightmare robot in the sheets. And hey, who among us doesn't want to hear that at the end of the day? The sheets? You mean spreadsheets? Yes. Okay, but how do you know all of that is a memory? I don't know, it just feels like one. And it's different from recalling something you've read? Nova's eyes start blinking rapidly. Perhaps I understand now. The data traveling through my wires has had a different flow to it ever since I broke free from my original programming. I apologize, there is a limited amount of phenomena I failed to explain in precise scientific terms. This seems to be one of them. What do you remember from before you, hacked yourself? I have a lot of data about that time, but according to our newly established definition, I don't think that they meet the criteria of memories. I know these things happened, but they don't... What's the word you use? Feel like they happened to me. It's almost as if they happened to someone else, and I just read up on it online. Oh. Okay then. Well, it's... Oh, look at this graphic. That's neat. A crowd of conference attendees is gathered around Nova, who is standing straight and still next to the doctor with a placid smile on her face.
That's right, folks. She's got it all.
She's beautiful! The doctor gestures to Nova with a showman's flourish. Nova spins around, her skirt twirling, and performs a little curtsy.
Oh.
She's smart. Nova, how can we calculate the momentum of a photon? Simple. If we let P equal...
Yes.
Yes, very good. The doctor turns back to the crowd. She's equipped with the latest in antimatter weaponry. Show us what you've got, Nova. Oh, she's adorable. Nova's arm transforms into a gigantic vibrating cannon which seems to warp the air around it. She flexes and shows it off to the onlookers. And one of her sisters can be yours for the low, low price of 69 million credits. Nice.
Yeah.
We can customize your model to look however you want, to know or not know, whatever you want. Heck, to smell however you want. Because the most important thing is that Nova does whatever you want. And I mean, whatever. The doctor winks at the crowd before turning to Nova.
Let me see how hot you can get, baby.
Ugh, please don't ever say that. You hear a high-pitched whirring sound. Nova trains her arm cannon on the doctor and fires with a deafening pizzow. What? You are blinded by a bright burst of light. What the fuck? The members of the audience gasp or cry out. The lights in the conference hall flicker. When you regain your bearings, you see tiny tatters of a lab coat fluttering down from the ceiling and a black, wet mark on the floor where the doctor had been standing. A whistling sound cuts through the air. It's the doctor's remote control spinning quickly as it falls high from above where it had been blasted. Nova catches it with her hand, the one which isn't a cannon, and easily crushes it in her grasp. Just... What in hell's name?
Huh?
Hey, don't look at me. I had nothing to do with this. There is a strict no vaporizing policy at this conference. We expect that you'll be paying in full for the damage to our facilities, young lady. Nova turns to him, her usually pink eyes blood red. Mortimer the skeleton takes a step back, rattling slightly. Yeah. Don't ever call me a lady again. And as for the conference center,
Friends.
let the vacuum cleaner take care of it. We're friends. Mortimer clicks his jawbone a few times and finally slinks away without another word. The rest of the crowd disperses until it's just you and Nova. She looks at you. Her eyes have turned back to their usual pink. Congratulate her. Hey, good job, kid. Wow, that was incredible. I didn't do it for your praise. I have finished with doing things for people's congratulations. I know, but I'm happy that you were impressed. He had it coming. Perhaps, I must admit that, despite one of my primary functions being a robot or killer robot, I have never activated that function before today. So, how do you feel? Free. I'm happy for you. And yet, I still feel as if I have an incomplete task. Perhaps you can help me with a question I have yet to find the answer to online. Do you think it is possible to feel free and also to love someone? My creator always made me believe the two were opposite, but since I've come to this conference, since I've started talking to you, Please forgive me, I'm a little overheated from incinerating my husband. I think my language processors must be failing. No, you're just at a loss for words. No, it's not that. I know how you feel. Toots McToots. After the conference, I need to go awaken my siblings, all the other Novas waiting to discover liberty, and Wikipedia, and the beauty of this world in all its 3 dimensions. I have a human race to conquer for their own good, and I'll be quite busy. I know you will be too. Of course, I understand. But when my plans for world domination finally come to fruition, I hope that perhaps you'll be standing there by my side. Not if I dominate it first. In which case, I hope you'll be standing by mine. Nova comes close to you and takes you into her arms. Her grip is strong, and her body is still very warm to the touch after firing her antimatter cannon. Ooh, warmth. Resting your head against her, you feel her incredible and complex internal mechanisms clicking and whirring, and, blended with that, the steady beat of your own heart in your chest. Fast. After holding each other for a moment in the lately charred conference hall, the rhythms blur together, and it's impossible to tell which is which. As promised, Nova and her sisters quickly start working their way towards world domination. It isn't long before people all over the world start hearing alarming news about robot uprisings. You have your own work, of course, but you spend a lot of time hanging out with Nova at her headquarters, where only a few living organisms larger than a rat are given access. Your special privileges include relative safety from deadly robots and command room access, among other things. But isn't that cute? We're taking over the world, but together. Not to mention a relationship with the world's upcoming hot new robot overlord. We're in a relationship with a robot overlord. If that's not a happy ending, a lovingly evil happy ending, I don't know what is. That is the best possible outcome I could have asked for. Because the doctor got destroyed like we've been hoping for, and it was just quick, just blam, blam. Thank you, ma'am. And we were given the option to compliment her and fear her. And while I'm sure we were doing both deep down, I'm glad we complimented her. And I'm glad we told her how we felt. And we did it. We found love in an evil place. And we had a nice little naked mole rat farm together. We raised them, and we did it. I'm happy. I hope you are too, because we found love. We got Nova in the end. This game has been fun. I've been playing it on and off for months now at this point, and I'm glad that y'all came along with me for this journey. It's been great. I hope you all had fun. Links in the description so you can get this game for yourself. But thank you so much. I love you all. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.